And a kit. Looks like he will be heading over towards middle now, so it might be used with Hunter to go for a couple of peeks. Flash set up. Hunter has a little look over towards alt middle.
Oh, that's more than he bargained for. I can't believe he didn't get punished at all. Frozen was holding it, and a jump confirms it. That's a lot of info. A lot of teams like that, sending someone, even if it's just a quick jump into the apartments or through boiler, just to get the information as to anything. An early presence in second middle.
Yeah, very slow start here from Mouse.
I do love me an armored P250, though.
And on the man with the plan, it is Rop. So set him up a couple of jewels, see what he can get away with.
Spotted. Hello, Hunter. Some info for him. He's been their little canary in the coal mine throughout this. Taking a couple of extra risks, leaving him at the front door, confirming danger before it strikes.
Well, this is looking like a B finish with the utility left over from Mouse.
What do you reckon of the stack, Chad? You like it?
At all. It's very, very passive, but there's not
firing
likely to be Molotovs. So this is great. They can actually just use the range of these USPs and P2K, but Rops might want to level the field. He would have to hit some absolute bangers. And it looks like they're retooling. 50 seconds left. Back over towards A. They're going to trundle down Banana. The bomb's still on Carrigan's back. Smoke's ready to go. Chris J.
No early warning sign here. The only real chance would have been a Kenny flash up to brackets looking for info, but they're coming so fast, I don't think he's got time. So 3 players still dug into B. Hunter will have to be a hero. Oh, baby. He's going to get double swung on by Glocks. This is a hard duel for Hunter. And yeah, walking in, left eye, Chris takes his head clean off. And Kenny, oh, he's found a very important headshot. He knows he's potentially pushed by Bemis, tucks in, accepts the fate. The bomb will go down. That's Carrigan tucking in and getting it done. Kenny, big challenge, needs to find Bemis, but look at him scarpering into the site. He's kind of given him a second lease of life. Jackson Niko up brackets, Chad. They've got to retake, and they have got the kit, so they can run that clock down.
No utility, it's just coming down to the jewels here. Body's on the line.
First contact, Rops peppering Niko more where that came from, and a clean one. That's exactly what Rops is known to achieve. Jack's coming from the balcony. That's an important one, and a flurry of frags. Niko next to now, and Frozen reveals his position, but he hits them all. It's only Jax. Has to step up. Doesn't have the time for this. Doesn't have time for the duel. The round has gone mousesports' way. He'll get away, though, saving himself a kit. Kev. Oh, what?
Yeah, too close to the bomb, you could see.
Miles away.
Yeah, it was a deeper plant.
It was a deep plant, true.
Instagram, he's up. This is the thing, for people who aren't familiar, Mytha lives in Denmark. He was coaching Renegades who are in Australia. The time zone is ridiculous. He was getting up at like 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, going for hikes, making himself some porridge with strawberries and blueberries.
I bet he bloody was.
Everything like that, and still coaching the boys all day. So, going to be interesting to see his impact on mousesports. We're not expecting too much today, but this flash from Nexa.
I would kill for team comms.
Need it now.
Yeah, Niko. Oh, a chance. It strikes, but it's a little too late.
Cheeky Bemis.
Bemis making all of that sound cue to bait out the util. And now he comes back on the flash. This is great play from Mouse.
That's naughty.
That's simple, but that's mousesports just completely taking an upper hand through utility, and that's Kenny taking it through brutality. A quick one and done. Deagle to the side of the head. That's nice. Keeps it traded. And there are 3 SMGs in play, so a 1 Deag certainly not out of the realms of possibility. Doesn't matter about your helmet. It just matters about pulling that trigger and pulling it precisely. Kenny tucking in. Jax to bait him in. Could be vulnerable to short, though, and that's where Chris J is currently investigating.
Well, they fluffed the smoke.
Yeah, that looks like a complete
absolutely missed. So that's just going to cover off.
He's got
nothing.
Arch, reveals that there is threat from Boiler. Jax will address it. He's actually thrown his own smoke into Boiler. Look at this. So he smoked quad side. Chris is going to disrespect that as much as he can and leans towards long. So again, a 2-2 split of the CTs. Jax looking for info. Gets more than that. He takes the head off of Rops.
Shot.
That's a prime candidate eliminated. That's the AK-47 as well.
30 seconds now. Need to get a move on now, squads.
Jax is Deagle primed. And here they come. A wide swing. Takes 2 shots. Doesn't want to fall foul to murder here. They're sweeping in, all 3 of them. Eventually he does go down and recovered Kenny. AK. Kenny's completely flubbed his lines there. And now Mouse flipped the script. The same deep plant. Nexus from Library with 4 seconds to spare. Hunter coming in as well. Now the clock extended courtesy of the explosives. Bemis is so low, but his mission, I mean, his mission started at Banana, if you'll remember.
Yeah, he's done very well, Bemis. 5 HP, 3 kills. How many more can he get? That nade is great. Hunter's going to think, oh, I'm going to take that AK. I thought he was going to think better at that, but finds the AK. That's a fantastic weapon for him to carry through. And at this point, it looks like they're just going to be backing off. More than happy to put down their guns, allow mousesports to post the second. Alex, I have something relatively exciting today.
What is it?
Oh, Nexus found another, so Bemis will fall, only on 5 HP. I know this doesn't sound very exciting.
No, but you've already built it
It's
up.
exciting to me.
Yeah.
I updated Skybot.
did.
Yeah, it looks much fancier now. So I can't wait till we have a clip. I want to make sure. Tidy start here from Mouse. It almost got out of control, but back underway. They're going to carry in some more SMGs. UMP for Carrigan, MP7. See the likes of that MAC-10.
Hunter's about to be flashed in.
Same again. It's the same flash.
Does get traded by Bemis. niko was trying to retrieve. He's going to get dunked by that native. He's not careful. Tucks himself in. Great recovery. Doesn't take damage. And Kenny's same peak. A late mid one. And Jax confirms his presence apps as well. This feels like the same A hit from Mouse. And Jax is trying to retool. They're wrapping long this time.
Well, the rotation's coming as well.
Yeah, and Rops is the one that's recovered. Excuse me, it's Nexa now with the AK-47. Rops is the one pushing up quad here for Mouse. He can do a lot of damage here. And Jax's Deagle's looking great tonight. Great damage inflicted by Kenny. He's keeping their eyes turned, and here comes Nexa to strike. Doesn't find the second. It's frozen. Pair of frags, making things competitive, but he's tucked into that mini pit. He's got no options. The smoke eagle aids his escape. He's going to try and strafe with the knife out. Those speculative shots do not hit, and so suddenly B is the name of the game. A rotation. It'll be a fast one from Jax. I do think Frozen will be
Kenny,
there already.
This is nuts.
Pushing through the Molotov. That does give him an element of surprise if he could just catch Chris. Yeah, he sees him. Confirms his one towards the instruction.
Slipped the net already. I'm not sure if Chris is ready for him to be so close.
Jax has even smoked coffins. I kind of like it. Chris will react. Perfect. Space to be taken here. Kenny unarmored, but a huge threat. No kits. I like the Molotov from Jax. He can actually stop Frozen from playing so close. He'll have to be on the coffin. Careful now. Frozen surely not going to spray. Chris wants to have a look. Held the line. Difficult now for Kenny. He's run out of time and he's run out of life. Well played by the two of them. It's Frozen finding 3 frags. He really bailed mousesports out of that one.
It felt like 2 rounds in a row they needed an individual to do that. You had Bemis in the previous, Frozen in that one right there, and mousesports dropped to the 3-0. But G2 have looked threatening here in the early stages. They get a chance now to get their big guns out. Yeah.
So I assumed he'd be close. He'd already pushed up to... Do we call it moto or mini? Everyone gets upset.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
So there's, you know, old heads they're like swapped because there's a mini pit in pit now as well.
Yeah, I see. That's the thing. We never really had a name for that one, unfortunately.
I kind of like moto being that little library cut out, but it doesn't necessarily make sense from the highlight itself.
We speak a different language anyway. We can settle with moto.
We want.
People can get there.
Yeah, they know what we're saying, and you know exactly how this one's going to go. Kenny holding A and full rifles in play, so Hunter's got long on lock. Hunter does like to set his Kenny up for a peek, and in fact, he's doing it dry here. He's considering it at least. Off the flash, that's the flash from Hunter. So now they have the brackets info. Chris peeking in. Kenny, perfect counter strafe. Does manage to find the accuracy onto Chris. And then one man down. Disappears. Carrigan. There's a very tight line. He could be peeking into Hunter there. He'll peek off the flash. Kenny is blind. Fires off the shot, and Hunter's down too. So much info off this. Carrigan's going to start calling quick. It's only Jax. Kenny's so locked out. What can you do? They're mollying him already. A lot of pressure here. You need to have some impact, Jax. He's burnt down, sprayed down to 10 HP. Just survival at this point. Kenny has managed to catch Frozen. That was the bomb crossing, so pressure relieved a little. Rotation's still super slow. niko's in CT. Jax, 10 HP. God damn. Another. Kenny's caught another. Now pulling out of smoke. Finally, Jax has fallen. Pressure relieved for Bemis, but he's lost his teammate. Kenny's doing it all. There's only one man left on the site. Anyone trying to cross up short into his line of sight has met Kenny's AWP. He's found his form. And that's Bemis' head trying to take the fight. Close the gap. Don't want to let this one slip away. Bemis can do this. Molly's great. Forces him in back into an expected position. Now being flanked and just totally tightening the noose. Perfect retake. G2 thanking their lucky stars. They got Kenny on form today.
Yeah, very good stuff from Kenny there. Was able to find the gap with the smoke. You can see there's a library smoke. There was the deeper arch smoke to facilitate a mid to B, but library towards side, that was well and truly open. And some of the keys here, if you didn't watch the Astralis versus mousesports Inferno game just the other day, Device went 8-0 in terms of opening duels on the CT side. If Kenny can find similar success and pick off mousesports before they can take too much territory, go for their smoke gimmicks or execute, might be punishing Mouse within the early stages here. So that's a great start from Kenny. As we get back underway, mousesports will be opting in with a buy. Galil, 2 AKs, a Tech 9 and a Deagle. And this time 3 players through second mid. Just one over towards that of Banana. Bemis throwing out some early utility to hold them at bay, keep their information as limited as possible. And now with 4 players in old middle, they might be setting up for an execute. And this is what I'm talking about. Kenny staying in transition, looking for kills, trying to find an early advantage for G2.
Yeah, it seems to be his objective. There's no doubt that's definitely a game plan. You've seen him try it with the Deagle as well prior to his Zoom banger equipped. Carrigan's got his nice lineup for us, and they are going for a full A spread, 3 through the apartments. Jax has got a tingling sensation. He knows that smoke's coming out of his hands quick. What's the cue, though? That might be it. Here they come, and Chris J's just run him down. That's not great. Hunter yet to really fill the feed. It's his chance now. 1 kill so far to his name. A fake Clan. Oh, he's revealed his location. Now swung on. Carrigan caught. No bullets. Oh, it's enough, though. Using the 4 of them. Now 6 from the scavenged Bemis. AK doesn't reload. He holds his nerve. Rops is on default. Smoke fading. A chance for Hunter for more. And he's used them for the perfect 3rd frag. 15 HP as he takes down another. They're just taking it in turns. It's Hunter to take the ace. 5 scalps affixed to his belt. And a 2nd round for G2.
Wow, they just kept coming his way there. That is 2 huge back-to-back individual rounds from G2. Kenny and Hunter showing what they've got. Look at this. Around the smokes, around the site. Carrigan not ready. Bemis grey screens and now just isolating duel after duel. Rops only had a deagle there. And this final frag just stepping on down, making it look as easy as you like. Big stuff here from Hunter. And that's the type of start you are looking for G2, knowing that their individuals are extremely loaded, extremely stacked. If they can get their confidence under them early, especially on the CT side of a map like Inferno, might spell disaster for mousesports. They've been pushed down just to the pistols. It's going to be Chris J operating with the Deagle, everybody else onto the Glocks.
Ooh, niko's got a pink dot.
Rush didn't even warn us about the crosshair check. He's just thrown it in there.
Chris J's got a good, respectable old man crosshair.
What's Rops working with? Ah, of course. All the other 4 quite similar. Hunter. Oh, Kenny, we're not going to see yours anytime soon, are we? Jackson and Chris J's are very similar, just different colors. Outlines looking the same. Yeah. You can tell what type of players they are with the bigger gap. But also remember, ladies and gents, boys and girls, it is to do with the resolutions as well as niko up on the half wall. Takes a bit of damage. Poked on down to 59. Will drop back towards the side. That spurs next to stay in rotation. Utility has been bled out by mousesports here, and that's the name of the game. Keeping the bank balance honest, getting the bomb down or a frag, that would be even better. And Chris J, well, he's on 29. That Deagle, it's going to be difficult to make it sing here, but pivoting. Nexa finds 1. niko able to swing out off of that contact. The dot working wonders. Another head ripped away, make it a 3rd, and niko just looking to style on them here. Even grabs the last
I've changed my mind, actually. I'm getting a dot.
You're going back to the dot? I had have the fuzzy tennis ball, or was that Lauren?
That was RPK. Okay. Yeah, RPK's, I was kind of doing my RPK cosplay for a while, if you remember, and I was actually fragging significantly better. But yeah, niko, you can see how pinpoint precision into those heads on pool. He gets all of them. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Eyes of a hawk. Robs. Just processing that we've seen 3 back-to-back multi-quad kill, if not aces, from the G2 individuals to put 3 rounds on the board. I can literally list the players that won the 3 rounds that are next to G2's logo right now. It started with Kenny, then Hunter, and now niko. Oh, Kenny started off again. Maybe he's off for another one. As the multi-kills keep on flowing, and mousesports struggling to get going after the flurry of 3 to start here on Inferno. This is Mouse's pick.
There's a couple of ways they can start dealing with this AWP aggression, but it's not going to happen in this round here for Mouse. They need to start playing as a bit more of a unit, set pieces, have their utility early, and try and push the AWP back or overwhelm him. But Kenny, he's got the pick towards B, and now he's rotated towards A. 4 players for G2, 2 on either side of middle. Very fortified defense right now as Hunter wants to go searching. He's going to see boilers clear, nobody in halls either. And if he pokes his head out towards alt middle, oh my God, drops
this could be the
pants
timing
down.
of a century.
See you later, Robs.
Oh, furious as well.
They can rotate back towards B now.
Why not? You got the info. No one else was with Robs. He was trying to sell something. Yeah, niko's put 2 and 2 together, and he's got, believe it or not, 4. Here they come. Commitment into B. Next, Adoni has a flashbang, but that molly pool will segregate. Chris is already on the site, though. They won't be able to join him. And that's enabled Hunter to get this flank much faster than Carrigan was ready for. He was just considering it. Hunter's already there to strike. Chris walking through a smoke. It's his only hope, but he's just made a sound cue. Nexa's going to have heard that. Oh, he even hears it. Chris meets Kenny's AWP and frozen not too long
Very well done there. A good info play from G2, and that's something in the past that I always used to like to highlight with their CT sides. They were always searching in transition. If they had lost territory towards brackets, maybe they were looking towards top banana or going through halls.
Resurgence, if I was just recapping his last few deaths, he was like the final headshot on that pool round. It was only Tech 9s. He was also caught by Kenny's AWP on the balcony. On
Against
that
Hunter in the site, and the Deagle.
Yep. He hasn't had the dream start. See, Carrion's got a nice preemptive smoke to stop any of that util and keep that sound cue flowing. It is half-buy territory, and that means they could overwhelm Kenny. You can see a perfect reaction. Drop a molly, slow down the pressure. Kenny tucks in.
They've been loving this set piece where they smoke off towards pit. And right now, no one is towards bike. Jax is close. He's just pivoted in now. So the smoke's over, away they go. Fast up quad.
I like it. I really like the strat. Hunter, however, seems to have found the answer. Ooh, good dink. Maybe Jax is vulnerable. They drive by into the site. Carrigan does trade. They need to get that bomb down, but they need another frag. They know Jax still has pit. Kenny, don't play with fire here. Oh, nice. Jax has actually caught them as they elevate, pushing in. Kenny, close quarters. What's he got his knife out for? I think he thought it was over. And now, Frozen's got a Kenny's AWP. Surely not. No, it's the wall bang. Kenny, red-faced after this one. Nexa bails him out. My God. That nearly was a disaster, and those are the mistakes. Those are the mistakes we said would happen. We've got players that will jump through those hoops if they're presented. Frozen nearly does. That wallbang onto Jax. My Lord. Thank you, Nexa. Can we see that again, please? Replay operator, please and thank you.
That was some wild stuff right there. The fact that that got so dicey after how clean it looked.
Shoot.
I don't think he even realized he got it because he looks back. He had a little look back. He's just like, wait, did I? Wait, what? Jeez, all right. Well, this one's kicking off in style. 5-3 scoreline now. G2 starting to build a bit of a bank and a bit of a lead.
He did Kenny, what's going on? Did he think it was
Maybe
over?
It was miscomms.
Yeah, still. Kenny's not going to be thrown off. He's been a fantastic string in their bow. He's stuck around for a frag. Oh, timing. Not on his side after this one.
Well, at least Mouse have found an opening finally, but Kenny wants to level the playing field up. He is staying in limbo right now, still aggressive towards middle. We'll have an opportunity. The jiggles with the X-ray, we can pick him, we can see him. Kenny staying for a very, very long time now. Halls and Boiler could have been taken, but he really wants this frag.
He's gonna get it. Ooh, he gets his chance. That's 2 chances for Kenny.
He's sticking around.
He wants more. They'll surely flash you off this line, Kenny. He's so hungry. Hungry?
Horny and hungry.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you. Jax is even more so. What are you up to? You horn dog.
Oh.
He's got it, and he's taken the frag and disappeared.
Peek.
They can't, because Kenny's holding the other line.
They've worked out how to disrupt mousesports here. They're not respecting them. They're not giving them the territory that they've earned.
Yeah, and they have to explain themselves to Daddy Carrigan afterwards. Like, listen, Kenny he was holding middle, so
I couldn't pick.
I couldn't peek.
I didn't want to
I didn't trade. I didn't want to. Sorry.
Someone grab the bomb, because that right now is down in the chicken pit. It looks like Carrigan's having a look for it. And there you go.
Solved it. Solved the mystery.
With 35 seconds left, they have enough utility to execute onto the A or B bomb sites. They know that they have banana control, and they've had trouble getting past this AWP. niko now starting to cheat over towards A. A bit of a call coming out of the G2 camp here as they stack on over. Smokes have landed, and they have to push up quad again.
Jackie boy playing anti. Oh, that 15-second mark on Kenny's first shot. He actually gets him in the smoke. Carrigan. Oh, okay, Jax. Hold your nerve here. Finding one in the flashbang, and all the frags come in quick succession. That's a lovely 6th round for G2. And in fact, that is 6 in a row. We haven't seen mousesports be able to make too much impact after their flurry of 3.
Yeah, looking good now, G2. Bit of a wall being erected. Obviously, there were issues against Frozen just previously, but when presented with an opportunity, G2, they're either sticking around and they're forcing the fight against mousesports. And this is what we wanted to see. We knew the individuals...
That volley being extinguished gave him the shadow.
The occlusion there. That was quite nice. You get lucky with that every now and again.
Yeah, I'm surprised teams haven't found a way to master it and exploit it.
Okay, so the AKs are back out. Still no AWP to contest with Kenny, and usually we talk about that as one of the strengths. Even yesterday I did, or straight up middle. Frozen's found an entry.
Yeah, Jax trying to get his util into the apartment. Comes out a little slow and already punished. Ooh, Kenny S is going in to get info for free. Albeit a little sketchy. He's juggled with Chris J, and now they know that brackets is lost.
Oh, I like this transition in the mid-round. They're going to post Kenny back over towards
He's got
B.
so much util.
Yeah, he can even search for a kill. He looks very active at the moment, Kenny, so I wouldn't be surprised.
He's got the perfect timing. Just as he arrives, so do they. Drop his incendiary into pool. It's a perfect start. Does make things dicey. Nexa has yet to reveal his location.
Flashing.
Flashes. Oh no. Nexa stabilizes. He knows he's under a lot of pressure here. Drops his smoke. Chris finds him. It's actually Bemis. Kenny's been caught as well. Good damage through the smoke. Robs brought down to a competitive standpoint, but where is this retake coming from? niko's going to smoke off banana. Chris won't be able to contribute. A molly from Hunter towards Emo. Bemis will be forced to move. And they go on the flash. It's good. Bemis burning. Does have a safe haven in Emo, though. That kind of screws him. It's off the single flash. The Cousins looking for a 2v3 retake, and he lines it up. Kits on both. They've got a chance here. And that's the first frag. niko's found it. Bemis still Emo. It's Chris. They'll have to trifle with if they find this frag, and they have. One just has to hold him. Hunter doesn't have util, and he's actually going for the hold. Surely Chris just peeks in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh my God!
Oh, they ninjas! Pros do not fake Hunter.
And that feels like that's their whole game plan here today. Stay aggressive, stay looking for opening kills, and take some risks because they're rattling mousesports here. Scoreline now 7-3. The plant is good, and Mouse can get back underway with a buy, but they need to crack this nut. Early smoke out towards Banana. Nades in exchange, and you can see banana control isn't on the agenda for G2. They don't need to push out. They don't need to get banana control. They're just able to sit back and defend, and normally we see teams struggle when they go for this approach, but here he is, Kenny.
He's everywhere and nowhere, is Kenny, yes?
Seeing the balcony clear, seeing it all might entice him in. There's not too many sound cues, but look at this angle from Rops. If he was to peer on out, Rops would have the advantage there. We posted him as one of the highlight players, just 2 kills so far. And you can see niko in transition. Very flexible, back between Nexa over towards the B site.
I can understand why Mouse have ended up here. And look, Kenny's coming too. So it's the pace. Oh, they're fumbling, and now there's a 3-man setup on B.
Oh, grenade. Look at that. Molly as well. They have to go forward.
Okay, and a dink. This is getting very sketchy now, and Kenny continues to be a thorn in their side just as they start their push.
They're not clearing Nexa.
They're looking for him. Nexa already reveals his location. He's caught Bemis. A great molly to stop the push and swing. Looking for Carrigan. Spots him and does damage. The molly's still there. Oh! Carrigan catching both. Now mousesports should have the 4th.
The Hunter and Jax go for this. We just saw niko and Hunter pull off something magical. It is another 2-on-3, similar situation. Yes, utility, and they're fast, and Carrigan's taken another. That's going to stall this one out.
Great round from Carrigan. If he didn't catch Kenny on that second transition, it's a different round.
It felt like right place, right time for G2. They had the stack, they had the utility, there's a chunk of damage, and as they forced forward, Bemis hits a bit of a banger to open up the site, and then Carrigan, the in-game leader, will finish it off. So they needed a round here, and that's some inspiring play from the captain.
Despite G2 kind of having all the right pieces in the right place.
Yeah.
That's an achievement for Mouse.
So they have been really just running into the CT side of wall or getting picked off by it. And now that they've finally been able to break through, they can work on cracking down the G2 economy, which we can see is relatively built. When this bomb goes off, the loss bonus of 1,400 will be added to those bank balances, and all of them will be able to buy. Kenny will need a drop of an AWP, but that's no problem. There's plenty of cash for Hunter, Nexa, and niko alike. Currently looks like he has a spawn more towards middle, so I don't think we'll see him lean over towards B.
There is 3 players departing to be off spawn, though.
So we've got Nexa, we've got Hunter, and we've got niko. They want to get stuck in here. niko with a smoke ready in case they get mollied out of position. It doesn't look hyper-aggressive, just wanting sandbag control and the mollies to dissuade them. Bemis is going to get naded on down. Crowd control with the utility good. But Bemis really wants this. He wants to get stuck in.
Yeah, and that goes to favor of Nexa. If niko and Nexa can bait them in, that's a molly that'll force Bemis back even more. He's really done well to take very little damage considering his health off the nade.
Oh, there it is.
As I say that, Carrigan and Bemis are left with scraps of health remaining.
Look how much utility is being expended from G2 within the early stages. The damage is great, but they're now operating with 2 smokes, no Molotovs with 1 minute and 10 left on the clock. And Mouse are heading over towards A to get mid control.
Yeah, but Kenny's very quick to want to take that back. And look, they fired a couple of shots off. It's pretty trivial. And I think Kenny may have a sneaking suspicion that he can just walk on up. This is great info. Yeah, boys, unless they're long, which I don't think they are, back up B. And Hunter's on his way. Flirting with the idea at least. Rops the lurk, throwing out util perhaps to... He's only got flashbangs, won't sell it very well. They're heading back up towards the B side. And Hunter is in a position to support them. 40 seconds. He's second-guessing himself here. Lying in limbo. They have 1 smoke for the cross. Chris has to be the one to get that down.
Another one low now.
Next has dropped his smoke defensively. Chris is ready into pool. Hunter with a high flash. They'll fight off that. Bang. And there's 2 pull flash. niko doesn't have anything but the kit and the M4 he brought into this round. And he's caught through the smoke. A big opening. They're so low, though, and that's a chance. Needs to transfer. Where is Chris J? He's got no bullets. Nexa with a P2K. He pushes in. A crucial frag. Takes Chris J out, and now it gets awkward. Carrigan, bombs loose. 12 seconds. Rops to support. He has to win this duel. He hasn't. And Rops, nothing. Really? Oh! Unless he gets the bomb down now. No time. Jax, by virtue of the clock, has won the round.
Oh, a few more seconds there, and Rops could have had that down, giving him a one-on-one against Jax, who was stuck towards CT, and Rops needs to get activated. We spoke about him as one of the stars for this mousesports team. He's not one of the stars, he is the star. This kid is an absolute animal, but so far kept quiet. As his walking wounded teammates made it into the bomb site, you can see 3 players on 10 HP. They just were whittled down with ease, and it wasn't enough here for Rops to get stuck in. It was good kills, it was good damage. But it's not the round, and I think that reaction of Mytha is probably very similar. Rops was the player watching the backs. Maybe he should have changed with one of the low HP players and got stuck in, see if he could find a couple of trades. Regardless, Mouse will be back onto the buy. 3 towards Banana again, a different foray of utility being used. Willing to limp out a couple more Molotovs. Now the follow-up nades. Karrigan whittled down again, needs to be careful here. niko wants more. We didn't even talk about the storyline of niko and Karrigan, now on different teams. Faze aren't even in the conversation.
Yeah, there's definitely history between the two of them.
Pressure on A now, Kenny.
Ooh, actually manages to tag Chris. He is getting pushed. And he spotted off another great moves from Kenny. Take a shot, fall back, it's textbook. Karrigan slipped the net though, he's in A.
Oh, Rops is about to get flanked.
They're pushing apps, I love it. Rops is not expecting this, but what a reaction from the young Estonian. Keeps him in it. Need to see Jax trade, he knows he's low, wallbang would work. Hasn't found Rops just yet. In fact, Rops gets next to the comms gap, perhaps. niko's going to have to fill up those shoes. Oh, no.
Jesus.
It's getting sketchy. Frozen's low. If Kenny goes down, he won't.
That was a wild round.
Yeah.
Everybody was everywhere. CTs were in the back lines, flanking the Ts on the side. There was players pushing up middle. Yeah, that was wild. There was a lot going on just there.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, that's 9 now. Wow, this one is really off to a fire of a start.
This is dreamy for G2, isn't it? Considering the fact that this is Mouse's pick, if they can come in with anything more than 9, my lord, is that going to get under mousesports' skin, come into their defense. Their margin for error will be so slim. Great stuff from Kenny. Rops' reactions keeping him in the round. It was a 3K in the end, though, from Kenny S. Wrapping things up. And second timeout used. You get 4 for each map. Using half of them here in the first half already. Mousesports in pursuit of 6. The half considerably won already by G2.
Have a little look here. Chris has finally brought out the AWP, so wants to stop Kenny from going for these type of duels. But if he just gets flatlined, if Kenny just out-orps him here, that's a waste of investment. It will have 4 AKs to complement that. The utility is still good. Mao's operating with this max loss bonus. They need to get threatening now as they have finally whittled G2's bank balance down. If they beat them here in this one, it means going into the final round of play, they won't be operating with a full buy. Not so much onus on the banana aggression right now, but Bim is still copping a nade straight to that front door down to 61. Very important round here.
They boosted. Or did they? Or am I misreading the map? No. So Jack's underneath. Hunter actually going investigating. I thought they might have gone for the quad boost.
They're so annoying, G2. They're constantly in transition on this CT side. Any territory that mousesports want to take, they have to work hard for it. It's not just flashes, it's not just nades to get it. And this has forced them back towards B again. They've been able to get in towards pool, but having a rough time cracking the site down completely. Remember when they won the gun round, Karrigan had to have a couple of special kills, even one through the smoke.
That's right.
So the utility at this stage for Mouse with a minute left on the clock, out of Molotovs, and look at Hunter going for info. They can rotate that third man over towards B, but mousesports going quick.
They are. It's very quick, but the volley's great. You can see how much damage that inflicted to Karrigan to punish the wrap. He gets through. His teammate went down.
They're falling back.
Yeah, Kenny's going to have to try and find Karrigan through the smoke, though. He could get caught out by this.
Feet almost spotted there.
Yeah, but Kenny's going to get punished if he's not ready. Karrigan, what a rascal. Catches him by surprise. He's going to keep the B players there. They're practically forced to save as Karrigan, the gatekeeper of the rotate. Great choice, great decision making. They pivot back to A. The frags will go their way. It's a double kill from Rops.
Yeah, that's a big risk from Karrigan, right? He loves to go in first to the in-game leader to make space for his lame stars. But look at this. Not only is he making space, he's winning the round and taking away these guns, ripping them out of the G2 players' hands. And that bank balance I was talking about, it's getting quite low. They should try and hunt niko with at least one more player. Just see if you can throw a body at him. I know that the money's not great for Mouse here, but if you can take a gun away, especially an AK-47 from niko, means he won't be able to drop one over in the next round, and their buy is going to be more hamstrung than it would be. Chris J posted up. Will he get offered the duel? How far does niko want to push? Looks like he's just going to park it up here. And that's going to be the 5th on the board for mousesports. They've had to work hard for this, and that was Rops getting 2 kills in transition. Hunter looking for info over towards the window room, and then he pushed up middle. and killed Jax on that arch side. So Rops was instrumental in the 5th round for Mouse.
You can see what that's done as well to G2, so nice to close the gap here a bit. 6 compulsory for Mouse if they want to have an easier path towards that Mount win on their pick.
I think they'll be happy with 6 as well, considering how they've been made to work for this, how they've been forced to fight in a lot of these scenarios. Yeah, look at that. MP9, CZ. They've been able to get 2 rifles, Hunter and niko, a pair between them. Smokes are good.
Solo B AK. It's not ideal, but it certainly is viable.
Especially with the man who's holding it right now.
He's got a flash for Nexa's second mid look. If you're wondering what Hunter's about to do, it's Nexa looking for some form of info. niko dropping his incendiary. He's being pushed. Oh no, just like that. Mouse have cracked into B. A deep smoke. That's a great call. Garrigan's got a good read as to how they wanted to play this, and he's punished it accordingly. Frozen's gotten across with a bomb. Hunter's got very minimal line of sight, hoping to catch one as they cross. Another smoke. Get through one, get through the other. It's the final round of play.
Look at all the nades left over for Mouse for this post plant. More smokes to drop, 2 more mollies, a bunch of flashes, HGs as well. If G2 want to get back in, they have to wade through the storm of this. There's that utility.
There's the frag though. Frozen needs more. Good shooting. Oh, nearly 3. Kenny eventually shuts him down. It's just the 2 of them. And an AK upgrade for Kenny. Need to go fast now. No kits. Carrigan confirmed it. It's his round. It's mousesports taking
second. He's excited.
Ooh,
everybody at home.
Now we're champing.
We got. What wasn't that? That pause, champion. All right, Russia's oversold that. Anyway,
Dualies.
I'm going to stay away from the emoticons and get into the game.
Julie B push. Come on. Okay. Well, that's a chance, and that's a even trade. It's changed by Hunter. He just clicks on 2 heads, and into B they go. All right. Bombs going down. Bemis and Rops. Very segregated. Is Bemis... Okay, there we go. Mine just... minimap wasn't moving.
When in doubt, rush B.
Yeah, it seems to work. That was how the last round of the first half finished. And the beauty of it is if you get in rather quick, you've got all that util to dump. I say that. Kenny still has his flashes. Oh, great shot, Robs. Back into the site now. Hunter was the hero to get them in. Maybe Robs could be the hero to get them out. And oh, he hears it. He knows that Kenny's tucked it on emo. And Kenny brings the fight to Robs. That's a surprise. Wasn't ready for that. Bemis confirms his location. Now the crossfire is established. Hunter's even working on the flank. This is G2's round, boys.
Nice finish there from Kenny. So 2 for Kenny, 2 for Hunter, and 1 for niko in that foray onto the B-bomb side. And that's going to be the pistol round. So they are sitting pretty, but they might have to weather the storm of a mousesports force by. Great way to kick off the second half and a great way to almost net up their first map. It will be the map choice of mousesports here in Inferno. We'll be moving on to Dust 2, an action-packed affair, which is G2's pick. Both teams going to be solid on that one. Wonder if we get another niko performance. Absolutely monstrous stuff to get here against North yesterday. But it will be this force buy for Mouse. You can see Deagles and the Scout. Couple of smokes, couple of HEs. Early utility out towards top banana, and Chris is going to gobble that up. Forced back by the Molotov. Won't be able to go for any picks or tags. As G2 now, they just work the map. Nobody over towards second mid as Hunter's now dropping on back and regrouping with the team. And now that they have banana control, they will still need to clear out towards sandbag. And Chris is actually reinitiating.
With a scout, no less. He tags niko's bottom just as he leaves.
Yeah, get that and get out, I think. That's a good confirmed damage. As, you know, at least one player is towards banana. You would have an inkling there's a few more. They've actually rotated Chris over towards A as Carrigan's going to drop out of smoke. Will this stop G2 and hold them at bay?
Carrigan believes that's going to send them to A.
Frozen still has the smoke as well here, so this is going to buy them into roughly 40 seconds. Frozen will have to drop one more, but then it's the decision-making of G2. Do they respect it? Do they push? Do they stay stoic and just wait it out? Chris has even found a kill in the meantime.
This is great. Another B smoke.
They're going to go B. They're going to finish B here.
niko, Jax, a smoke as well. They go on the flash, and Frozen, he's actually tucked in underneath them. They're on top of each other. Frozen has the element of surprise now. He's gone unchecked. 24, he could even deny the plan. Jax's responsibility, and that's the headshot. One already. Oh, a great shot up to Kenny, yes. Frozen, he's definitely had his cornflakes this morning. And trying to plan his Jax. The last bullet doesn't connect. He gets it down.
But so low.
This is an impossible task to defend. niko and Jax. I mean, a combination of aggression is required here. And yeah, just on the edge of the smoke, he's been spotted. Jax needs something as the smoke fades.
Well, they're flubbing it.
One. Yeah, they're low now. Bemis being pushed from every angle, and he's gone down. They got time for the defuse.
Good bounce back here from Mouse. Very necessary.
Round force. Yeah, they take that. They'll take an AK ended. I think that's an M4.
That second shot there from Frozen was absolutely wild.
Yeah, lovely.
Very, very huge stuff there. And yeah, look, you're right. They were actually having to jump over his head just to get side access. This one here, bang! Jesus. Okay, well.
I mean, it makes the game more interesting.
It does indeed.
That's a much needed win for Mouse.
The plant means we're likely to see the Force by Wars continue here. After losing that one there, but getting the bomb down, G2 can continue to buy. They will. Deagles, Tech 9s, a Mac 10 for Jax. Maybe a quicker round on the cards here is towards second mid. 3 will go fast. niko wanting to see if anyone peeks middle on him. No scout for Chris J this time to go for the fight, go for the biff. Early utility here from BMS, and it was well timed, well placed because they're going through it.
Yeah, they actually smoke it, so he's forced that out of them. Ooh, Carrigan's got a lot of pressure. He catches the jumping SMG, but doesn't anticipate another. Kenny going down though. So Nexa losing the bomb to Chris. Chris has had a lot of impact already. It's only Hunter and niko. One in the balcony held by Rops, and niko's trying to smoke off the library, but that bomb retrieval just feels like an impossible task. Got a 1 deke for me, niko. That's kind of what we need. Yeah, nice control from Chris. He's handled that whole round. And Rops finds the tip of Hunter's head. So tapping away at that. That force buy goes nowhere.
Game on now because it will be the eco from G2 here. A chance for Mouse to get the 9th on the board cleanly. And clean is the name of the game. You want to start building that CT-sided bank. You can see how Chris has already gone about that. 6.2 after reinvesting. And it looks like he's just going to go with the standard Deagle buy. It's a classic Chris J play, and it makes sense. They know they're going to be up against the eco, a P250 at best right now, unless anybody as they leave spawn from G2 wants to reinvest, but no, that's not the case. So should be a relatively easy round for Mouse unless they get overrun. Leading the charge up middle with the in-game leader Nexa. BMS ready to drop this early Molotov again. He's just tucking in towards quad. Rops is looking for information. This is into the blender. Straight up mid they go. BMS spamming down. He's got 2. Rops is here to mop it up. Jax will eventually take him out, and it is just niko. Chris J with the flank gets the kill. And now the scoreline 10-9 in favor of G2.
Here we go. So it will be the 5 AK-47s. They'll grab all of the util they could possibly find from the caches and get ready to try and put the first weapon round on the board of this T side. They picked up the pistol. Second round force going Mouse's way, and they've converted 2 off the back of that. That was just the eco after the failed force. So, gap closed. That's the beauty of winning that second round, especially as a CT. It really does help you fill the coffers early, and they're actually using a bit of a bonus here, still keeping that Galil we saw recovered in round 2. Wow, that's a lot of util. niko cops a nade to the dome.
They can do the second wave as well because they had to import 2 players from A to make that happen. Space is taken. BMS almost caught out there. Tucks into the site. Can set up the crossfire with Rops now, but pressure is on towards A. G2 have already taken brackets. They've taken a lot of liberties, and niko is holding 2 players quite comfortable over towards top banana right now. So this is good from G2 as they've already fanned out. Defensive smoke from Carrigan here. It's going to hold them at brackets for now, and Carrigan getting up close and personal with the Galil. 35 bullets to put through that smoke if he feels necessary. But just parked up at G2.
Gonna nutmeg in the smoke. Carrigan's aware of the vulnerability, and so opting for long, so he has the info and can get away. It's a good crossfire they've set up now, Mouse.
This is a really hard duel for Carrigan.
Yeah. Gets the info, though. Ooh, oof. He's actually choosing to re-peek on the flash, and Jax gets away nicely despite the loss of vision. Rops is flashed on that balcony position. And that's the swing. Oh, confirms Rops' location, catching him as he jumps. This is great from G2. Bemis under a lot of pressure. The trades all favor the T side now. They have the advantage and they have the sight. Couldn't have gone better. Frozen's in the spawn. Chris is working through mid. He's even thinking about second mid. So Frozen's death might just confirm it.
Almost fluffs his lines there. Nexa down to 31, but yeah, you're right, Chris J will have to save at this juncture. 1-on-3, retaking the A site with the bomb almost halfway ticked. Probably not worth it. But that was just bodies to get onto the site there. There wasn't a whole lot of utility used from G2 to pressure A. It was pushing Carrigan back and then just clamping down. Pushing up quad, pushing around the arch side, finding a couple of cheeky kills. As soon as Rops goes down on the balcony, that's all she wrote. So there was no clear indication. There was no early tell. You didn't see the smokes coming over the wall. There wasn't waterfall of flashes towards pit. The B defenders weren't able to get an early rotation. And that's going to be the 11th now. The buy from mousesports, it's going to look good, but I have some questions. They want to bring up an AWP. Christian would be the one to do it. Doesn't look likely as it's actually karrigan who's invested in there, or maybe wanting to use that over towards the art side. You saw in the fashion he was just bullied then. Just swung on, space taken. They even tried to re-aggress with a flash, but being so low on HP, unable to land any shots there. And away we go. 3 players towards top banana this time. karrigan's already parked up with that AWP art side in case they want to come fast.
Look at these stack nades. Anyone makes a step at the top of banana, they'll throw them out. Waiting for a cue. niko's giving him nothing. Happy with his gap. Frozen lining up for the smoke. And he'll throw the molly as well. So that does basically guarantee that no one is ahead of that. You can see the molly would have either forced them into their line of sight, which he checks, or they're behind the smoke.
Yeah, good stuff there. That's just going to hold anybody at base. So the utility exchange there actually works out in the favor of G2. Mouse don't get any information and they cannot get the territory back. Sure, they make G2 burn a couple of extra Molotovs, but they're still under pressure. karrigan maintaining top mid control with the AWP is good, and this nade, it's not great. niko, plenty of time for him to backpedal from that, only takes 6 damage, and at this point, G2 have already got one big check mark in terms of map control. They just need mid and brackets now. Smoke's over towards the top, might be selling a bit of a fake. More towards the site. karrigan still has full vision.
This is going to feel like an A. And it might even be an A. Charging into karrigan's position. He's flashed him off. Hunter being held. He strafes and does catch a tag. karrigan, they're trying to wrap B. It's rare to see. Got a full banana split coming in here. And Frozen, he fancies a treat. He's got himself Hunter. Finishes off the job of karrigan's AWP, but needs another. That's the bomb. Great shooting from Frozen. One more would confirm it, and Jax gives it to him. Oh dear, niko and Nexa then. Suddenly this feeling a little bit more awkward than it needed to be. niko does open up, and that's a big win from Frozen. He's practically won the round single-handedly. There's no time for niko. And no health either. 4 HP, Frozen with a quad kill to confirm the round. That is one way for a B defender to earn his credits.
Punish karrigan. They've been able to slip the net. They've been able to take a lot of room. In this case, they actually let the clock whittle down where it was a lot of pressure. You can see here these kills as they're coming through mid to B is already down to 20 seconds. So once Frozen stops them and doesn't get traded, he's basically won the round as soon as that bomb gets dropped. But that arch side could be a pressure point. And the question is, does karrigan want to fortify it with more of his members? Does he want to leave it open? Is he happy to allow G2 to go for mid to Bs just like that? Does he think that Frozen and Christian can defend against it time and time again? Those will have to get answered as we move forward because G2 have limped on him with a partial investment. niko still does have that saved AK, so he'll be looking to be a bit of a crowbar in round number 22. mousesports win this. They tie things up 11-11.
Gordon Freeman crowbar. See, their stance changes a little bit when Chris brings the AWP to B, but similar as always. And early utility deters middle. They've got a little bit of a chance on the double smoke. Could be just be your real basics. Chris J, though, holding a tight line, and niko meets his demise. That was the pointy AK-47. They'll give it to Jax. Does he want to give him the same treatment?
Does look like this will be the B finish. karrigan still has mid control. Smoke towards CT. Looks like they're going in.
Oh, great stuff. Kenny goes down. Crosshair placement, pinpoint. Perfect. And a great flash again. Chris has done everything here. Sets Frozen up for success. And this has gone nowhere for G2. Looking like an equalizer. Frozen with another multi-kill, 3 in total.
If they've identified that they're up against 2 AWPs, which I think G2 will have, we might see a change in approach here. So we know that Christian was AWPing towards banana. We know that karrigan's been AWPing that arch side. They might want to overrun karrigan again because if he misses a shot, he has to drop back. And that's already been a key towards A. So maybe not a free pick, but a pressure point that they might continue to abuse, or they can try and get a little bit quicker up over towards B and try and force Chris J into a peak that he's not ready for. Even sending your little attack dog of Kenny S out to have a heads-up AWP duel right now. Never mind, no AWP for G2 operating with 5 AKs. And that's something we saw a lot of Kenny just the other day on Nuke, on the T side, using that AK more than the AWP. As Christian has been naded on down now, we'll have to reconsider the angles he wants to peak. This is a bit more methodical from G2 than what we saw from Mouse. It felt like G2 were taking a couple more risks on the CT side, and mousesports just had to sit back and wait for the opening exchanges. Whereas G2, they're getting their banana control, they're getting their top mid control, they're going for their set pieces. Never really getting into a mid round.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That pace change hasn't arrived as you prophesized. Happy to keep it slow at the moment.
You can see how they're just willing to operate in this 5v5. They're not searching for a pick. They're just trying to push them around with this utility and hope that mousesports bite down. So Jax has been sent up middle on his lonesome. He's got control of brackets, and now they're getting ready for the BXQ. But will it be a pounce? It looks like it. Not super telegraphed here.
Yeah, Chris is holding the close walk up, and you can see the power of that line. He doesn't choose to pull the trigger on the flashbang, and now still finds a gap, still finds a chance. A double from Chris J, practically winning them the B shutdown. That's already enabled Karrigan to rotate. Nexa does find him on the flank. Chris is vulnerable too. Maybe G2 can turn this on its head. It comes down to Jax's frag here. Robs has got the reactions. Jax is going to be kicking himself. Nexa, chance, minimal chance, but it's a 1 all the same. Frozen could be holding him. Chris baited in. He knows that Frozen's on new box. They're playing this to perfection. Nexa with all of the frags, and Kenny's caught Robs. 1 second to plant, and they get it down. Overcoming the odds. This is a crazy hero round from Nexa. He's even picked up an AWP. Try crossing now, Bemis. I dare you. Oh, okay. So the smoke's still up, so Kenny can't really contribute. Bemis will have to cross the line of sight of that AWP, though. Good. He's not that good. G2, 4 kills from Nexa. He just demands a round, and he gets it. Takes it by force.
Yeah, we were talking about G2 and their individuals in the early stages of their first half. We had a Kenny S round. We had a Hunter ace. We had Niko with a bit of an eco slaw. Everybody delivering in buckets and spades, and the in-game leader for G2 needing to do the same thing here. I thought Chris J had done enough. Look at this. Not afraid of that smoke, not afraid to take those
when
peaks.
Jax's flank didn't catch the rotate, I thought that was booked.
Well, this is the thing, right? They knew that Nexa was towards this position, and the trust was in Frozen to cover off. He's actually slipped the net, killed Chris J, even got the follow-up, and that's where that round fell apart. So Nexa with some absolute heroics here as we get the fans in the fan cams. If you want to join them, IEM.gg/fancam. Discord to get on in with the boys and girls at home. G2 have some spotty rounds here. You can see they won the pistol, they lost the force buy, they were able to get a gun round on the board there by punishing the arch side, wrapping onto A. And now the most recent was through Nexa. They can string a couple together. They can break the bank balance of mousesports here late in the first map. They will be able to reinvest. AWP again for Chris. This time Karrigan just operating on a rifle. Utility not fantastic. Only 2 Molotovs. Very important round for this game right here. And G2, they don't want to get stuck in and take too much damage towards Banana. This time quite passive as Hunter up towards Boiler with a UMP. This is a great weapon for the job.
Wow.
Makes it work.
Wow, Bemis has actually lost that duel, and so suddenly Chris J feeling a little less safe. Oh, and Hunter's taking them both down. An aggressive AWP. What an upgrade. You take that, $1,200 SMG, catching a fully bought up M4 and AWP. That, I'll tell you now, I'm no investment banker. That sounds like a good investment from Hunter, and Niko's only added more to the list.
It's all falling apart here for Mouse. This is a huge round to lose, and not in this fashion.
Yeah, you don't want to break this one down and just be able to dismiss it as an oopsie, especially considering its implications for the map win. Oh, I like the gap. Rops has managed to find his building info as well. Here's Jax. Can catch him off guard completely, but it's all a question of how he handle that info now. So 4 versus 2. Nexa managed to win one just the round prior. Maybe Robs can find a little angle. Oh, he's got so many angles. He can't stop Nexa. Oh, takes the head off of Kenny. What a shot from Robs. Now Frozen's rotating in. He's still got space around the flames. Frozen advancing, does have a smoke. Hunter's holding the line though. And that's a frag. That's the important one. Now it's all on to Robs. They know where he is. It's down to G2 misplays at this point, and Nexa not going to have that. Triple kill from Hunter. The multi-kills are just so evenly distributed. Everyone's taking it in turns.
Looking very nice for G2 now.
Look what that's done.
Bank is broken. Robs is the only one in touching distance of a buy. It might just have to be the save here as mousesports will take their 3rd time out of this one. And able to get behind this smoke wall, even able to hit that shot into Kenny. You can see there with X-ray off just how difficult a shot like that is. Hunter's even going to maintain this UMP. They're not even operating with a T-side AWP. It's 4 rifles and a UMP. That's an interesting look in for the next round of players. There are some big questions to be asked. You can either force right now if you're Mouse, see if Rops is able to use a rifle and grab you a couple. Play it conservative, know that the loss bonus isn't going to be fantastic moving forward. Big decisions. Myther on the mic right now. It's his debut with them in the server. And the timeout has transpired. 5 seconds left. It will be a save. mousesports not going to invest too much just yet. Means that G2 are looking good for their 14th. Rops is actually brought in with a Deagle, Kevlar, Carrigan P250, and a smoke. Not operating with a lot here.
It could be enough. I'm never one to write out a mousesports ridiculousness or a G2 slip-up. We've seen plenty of those. But yeah, everything pointing towards one thing and one thing only, a 14th for G2.
So just taking it slow here, you can see mousesports not with a heavy investment over towards B. It's just the USP, P2K. Carrigan's coming over now with his smoke and P250. They can't really face here. They've given up so much time and territory. They're just going for a boost. But look at niko. He's just walking in. Oh, that's way too easy. Flash and go. Ripped him apart. One more on the bomb site. It's just Chris J trying to see whatever he can find. It won't be a lot.
Yeah, you'll give it a good go, though. Not going to be seeing any 10-second ninjas here either. If you had a kit, I'd had some faith. Looks like niko is going to do his due diligence. He does hit the dink with a P250, P2K. Beamer's gone, and that's finished it all off. Rob's hanging out on A. He did invest, so he doesn't want to lose his Deagle and Kevlar. Can't blame the man. He is being hunted a little bit, though. Jax likely gets the timing here, but Rops is a bit of a gamer.
Surprised they're hunting him here.
Oh, yeah, he saw the barrel.
You don't want to give him an AK, give him something to carry through the next round. He's not able to hold on to it. Hunter bounding with that UMP. Difficult to hit. I wonder if Hunter's going to keep using this weapon. It's so strange to see someone as proficient as him on that AK operating with the SMG, but he's making it work. When you think about the round that broke the money, he had the opening 2 kills onto BMAS and then Chris J pushing halls with the AWP. So, yikes.
Yeah, that round, Hunter finding some serious impact frags on a UMP alone, and he has kept it, Chad.
Okay, well, he's built a bit of a bank off of it.
That nade looks very promising. Does chip away at them, softens them up for an aggressive M4. Uh-oh, they're coming. niko's fully flashed. The flashes do only set up for 1, though. And Rops denies me a correct sentence. A good shot from him as he re-peeks into middle. They leave with an advantage, and that was what mousesports were looking for. Carrigan makes an aggressive call. Rob's there to support him on the trades, and well, G2 losing 2 very, very potent weapons in Jax and niko.
I think they're probably fed up of getting executed on right now, mousesports. They're trying to take a page out of the G2 book. I think towards top banana, whittled down by early utility. He was over there in the early stages of this round. He's just rotated back over towards A, I believe.
Yeah, it makes sense with the health. You can play pit, play headshot, play the safer, less likely to be hit site. Bomb is actually leaning B. And Hunter, oh, I don't hate this at all.
He's pipped the gap here.
He's found a complete and total gap. Bemis, you can see he's paranoid about it, but it's about Hunter's pacing here.
Yeah, this is all giving Hunter a lot of room to work with. So that fake on towards B opened up the gap, and now Hunter to search for a kill. If he finds one, they'll clamp down on B. If he goes down with 2 on the side, the other 2 can go get a 2v2 at A. So flash just to get them off new box.
Yeah. Nice self-angle. You could see as Hunter was clearing his close corners. Bemis resolves the issue. 20 seconds then. Again, mantling up. Next needs to be getting that bomb down, but it seems like the positioning from Frozen's just too perfect. Time is just not on their side. They can't surely be punching the digits without checking emo. 9, 8. They find it. Perfect stuff. No time, and the frags come in. Frozen and Bemis tested, and they pass. Flying Cub. Can't do that again, though, Chad.
Yeah, but you can't just go for banana aggression either, because G2 will just wait that out. It looks like 3 players from Mouse will be heading over towards banana, so they're going to look and see if they can do any damage. It really depends on what G2 want to greet them with. So crowd control molly down middle. That's going to tuck him on in. Harassing with utility. Kenny's on fire. They've actually extinguished one of the mollies, so he can now stand in the safety of that smoke.
Here comes Frozen's first look.
Oh, he's very lucky. I'm not sure if they're expecting an AWP.
Side AWP on Kenny S.
Okay, so they haven't been able to find an opening pick, which could spell problems.
I do see a lot of A utility, though. So with an A Molotov and a smoke blooming on the arch, you can see that the 3 CTs on A are on high alert. Hunter making sure that this one looks convincing. Passive was the name of the game to mousesports B defense previously. There's time pressure at the moment, 55 seconds, still a 3-2 split of the defensive resources of Mouse. Hunter trying to convince them even further with another smoke.
Equal trades is not enough on B right now. They need to get a number advantage.
All right then, Chris, you're flashed off. You're visible, and they convert. Oh, both frags delivered by niko, and that's immediately going to have to be the save call. Is it?
What is he looking in for? What is he thinking?
Oh, dear. What if they got 1900? That's Carrigan guaranteed not to have an M4.
Oh, that was a rough peak to lose right there. And the fact that the B defender's got nothing, now the Hunter's on. G2 can throw a couple of bodies at this. They've got residual cash on a few, so they can definitely have a look in. They know they've netted up 15. Now it's just about damage. The chickens, they're having a bit of a dance. They understand.
That was Carrigan's brain. That's all he could think of.
Look at that.
Yeah, he saw it and just couldn't process the retake. But they are actually truly looking to win the round with this hunt. I remind you, $1,900 is the loss bonus from mousesports. They're boosting over the smoke. Can niko see him? Okay, not going to play any silly games. Still be intrigued to see how well he can utilize that, bearing in mind there is only one real gap in the utility of the CT, so it's going to be a question of how much they choose to use early. 3 to be early, and Kenny just making sure no one fancies the early info, peeks up middle. Deep banana smoke.
Straight through it, look at that. Yeah. Trusting in their utility a lot.
Smoke achieves nothing.
Yeah, so that's almost as a wasted $300 and maybe even gives mousesports some false information. They've rotated a 4th man over towards A. Standard stuff from G2 here as they do their default. They've got boiler and holes control. They're getting top banana control now. Frozen is only operating with an MP9. He has been left on the B-bomb site with only an MP9. And G2 have thrown a bunch of different T looks so far. Different smoke walls, different fakes.
Yeah, and they're going to have apps contact before anything happens at B.
Look at this. Kenny is just looking into B right now with the AWP, just searching.
Oh my lord. So Nex is holding the CT swing and he gets to do all of this contact walk up. Frozen, if you have a look, bro. Yeah, you're going to get AWP'd. Bingo. First frag found for G2.
Already in. niko's taken another bunch of space.
Yeah, Carrigan's going to run through that smoke. He's thinking about it. Yeah, he is. Gets the timing, but niko's got the reactions. And just like that, mousesports have 3 players left. They're charging through CT to retake. Bomb way back on banana. Jax will be bringing that in late. They're just setting up for control, dropping their util. The rotate is in. 30 seconds, still no bomb plant. G2 cannot afford to slip up here. If Chris was to stop it, they re-smoke it. Jax is playing with fire. Now you still haven't planted, bro. He knows the boost is a threat.
Flash and go.
And they've got the boost frag. Double from Bemis. Jax was trying to plant. Now it falls to Chris J. They need to get the bomb down. 10 seconds. 10. He's got 10 bullets. And they find it eventually. Kenny S catches as the smoke fades. That's G2's, and that was Mouse's pick.